Hi everyone, thank you for joining us today. In this video we're going to be reacting to another of Oliver Anthony's song. Alright, so this is the second one. The last one we reacted to was the one titled Rich Men North of Richmond, which I thought that was super deep. And then I've just stumbled onto this one, which is I Want to Go Home, and I'm actually quite interested. So I thought I'll bring it over. Let's check it out together. All right, people, without any further ado, let's go.
Well, if it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward. 'Cause every day living in this new world is one too many days to me. Son, we're on the brink of the next world war, and I don't think nobody's praying no more. And I ain't saying I know it for sure. I'm just down on my knees begging the Lord to take me home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. There's always some kind of bill to pay. People just doing what the rich man say. I wanna go home.
Okay, so quickly before going any further, it sounds like woman or woman's prayer. It's like a conversation. That's what I'm grabbing so far. Conversation with a higher power. But I've got to say about his voice though, the way he sings, it literally forces you to listen. There's a thing about his voice.
Now 4 generations farming the ground. Grandson sells it to a man out of town. And 2 weeks later, the trees go down. Only got concrete growing around. I wanna go home. I wanna go home. I don't know which road to go. It's been so long. I just know I didn't used to wake up feeling this way, cussing myself every damn day. People have really gone and lost their way. They all just do what the TVs say. I wanna go home.
That's true though, isn't it? Where we've come to a position where we feel like we no longer have a say.
If it weren't for my old dogs and the good Lord, they'd have me strung up in the psych ward.
Wow. You know why I'm doing that? Because the reason is because with the current system we live in, you are one word, one tweet, one recording away from cancellation. We live in a system right now where the idea of critical thinking doesn't seem to exist. Where the system has been made in such a way where we as people kind of accept things for what is being presented, and you're not allowed to question it. And when you question it, you're seen as the problem, because the system doesn't want to be challenged. Do what I say and not as I do. Isn't that interesting? Where all sense of role model that in the past we used to look up to don't seem to exist anymore. You're piled up with loads of bills. Your groceries are going skyrocketing through the roof. Your children, if you're lucky enough to have any children, are going hungry. You're going around trying to get food off food banks. Food banks are now being used by people working so hard, no longer for the people that are in a position, that have been unlucky to be in a position that they're unable to afford stuff, no longer for those people, because that's what food banks used to be for. No, people working so hard, day and night, trying to survive, are now trying to go over to the food banks. And when the people that run the system are questioned about this, their response is, we're opening more food banks. Just let that sink in for a second. No is not acceptable. There is something wrong with the system that we're running, but no, we're opening more food banks. And people should be using their money even wiser, was one of the comments that came from one of our politicians over here in the UK. Okay, that's interesting. You get billionaires running. Not that there's anything wrong with making billions, by the way, but sometimes there is a sense of disconnection that seems to exist between the system and its citizens. The system is put in place by the citizens, and it's important that we recognize that. Whilst it might feel as though you don't have a voice, there is always a time when it rotates and that power is back in your hand, which is through your vote. It is hard up there, and it is not okay to be in a system where you feel powerless, helpless, frustrated to the point where you start contemplating not being around anymore. It is not okay. Deep. If anybody's going through that, it is important that you don't go through it on your own. It is important to know that there are people around you. It is important to know that there are services around you. Unfortunately, we can't always rely on the services that the system creates or puts out there, but there are other non-government and charitable services out there. You cannot let the system break you. Please, coming together, talking to one another is a way around this. Let me know your thought in the comment section below. My days. Look forward to your comments. Cheers. Bye for now.